Hi, guys, and welcome to the very first episode of Deep Thoughts on the Base Builder Base. Let's definitely get this one started. Hi guys, and welcome to the very first episode of Base Builder Base Deep Thoughts. Right off the bat, I wanted to make sure everybody knows that once you select a base, you can then choose the troops that you want to use. So I had minions in there and decided that I would rather go with giants, barbs, and archers, and so I switched and then started the raids. So always remember that you get to look at the base and then choose what configuration of troops that you want. That's those arrows that go up and down. So that's the basics basically here. The other things that are difference between the regular base and the base building base is once you choose to fight, you are stuck with whatever the game gives you, and then like you don't lose any loot overnight. You don't lose any loot, period. So that's always kind of nice as well. So main two the big differences between the two different games. So we'll start with the defensive part of this, and that's every bit as important as offense. A good defense is as good as a good offense, by the way. So, get creative with the traps and, throw giants and other troops around into precarious situations. Be careful not to put your traps to where you end up helping, like what happened right there. Threw that giant in there and really helped me out. And here I got kind of creative and threw this giant around and threw him over towards the other opening. And I've been playing with an opening on the extreme ends of the base, so that way no matter wherever a person puts a giant, it's going to walk to the hole and force them to the trap. But I've also been playing with the all four corners locked in, and that works pretty well too. One don't do, I would say, is don't come into a fight upgrading stuff for the most part, and don't put all your air targeting defenses all together in one area to where they can be taken out, because if nothing can shoot down minions, this is what you get right here. You get a 100%. That's what happens. And now we'll move on to the offensive discussions to start off with here. Three different main offensive strategies that I've seen / use is which is this pick and choose method that Thor used here against me. So he was very smart and used minions where I had no air defense, so I had to change this base right away. And then just selectively picked off stuff and went for the high percentage, which is a very successful way to go. I prefer a heavier mixture of troops. Give me my meat shields with backup troops works better for me, but this worked well for him. He ended up getting most of this, and just everything was well timed. And got everything but my archer tower, basically, end of the day. The next strategy is this one here, which is so here I noticed, first thing I look for is, okay, are the air Ds close enough together where I can get them? And so they weren't. And in this case, until we got the barbs with the 10-pack, I preferred the giants with the archers. And very effective. type strategy if you can get a couple weapons right off the bat. Shoot your archers while they're cloaked, and then put the barbarians down. And in the right circumstances, like this base, you end up getting 100%. And of course, avoiding the traps from the start really helps as well. As you notice, he had one hole, so of course that's where his traps are, and so that's why I came in from the backside, basically. Then my favorite technique is, of course, this one here, which was this base I've had to change with my least effective base, but he basically sent the giants in on one side and timed it so that the archers would take out the backside defenses while they were tanked by the giants. And that's just another outstanding philosophy. I'm still working on this one. I've been failing more than I've been succeeding at that one. Here is my favorite. As I say, I always look for, does someone pile all their air defenses in one area like this guy did right here, where his firecrackers and his archer tower and his Tesla all in the same spot. And here it was, and you can use the minions long range. I love it, to help finish off the last one. And then once they're all down, there's nothing left to stop the minions. I've always been a big fan of minions because of this fact. So that was the first thing I was looking for, as a way to make that happen. And watch out for that crusher. Don't put your giants in, but that's the first thing they're going to meet. They're not going to happen very well for you. Here, I'm not a big fan of this spreading defenses all over the board like this gentleman did here. I think you're better off with those packaged around the inside, so they're tanking for defenses, so your troops have to shoot those before they shoot their defenses. Here is just another example of poor base design by putting all your air defenses in one spot. And as you can see, the giants take out the firecrackers and the archers take out the rest. And this is just too easy. Still got a lot of archers left even. And again, not a big fan of spreading your buildings out. Put them close to your base. I think you're going to be far better off tanking for defenses. And here is just the standard go-to army that I think is the best right this minute, which is your giants, archers, and barbs. Once you get your barbs to level 6 and you have 10 of them. And here I release those couple barbs to get the research facility down, and so the rest of them could help knock down that wall and keep this thing moving. And again, I didn't get it all, but in the end of the day, the percentage was still better than Flo's. And that's basically how you end up winning most of these battles, is 62 to 50 in this particular case. Thanks for joining me, guys.